Good afternoon, friends. Today is 14th May and just wanted to share some views on what's happening in the market with a lot of momentum names taking a beating. Nasdaq is down almost 8 to 9% from its highs, probably 10. ARK ETFs are down a lot. I think for the year, most of them are down almost 10%, and from the highs, they are beaten down almost 20-30. So what's going on is that as the reflation trade comes back, as things get to normal, and especially as the inflation data comes quite high in the US, you have interest rates moving up, and the expectation is that as interest rates go up, momentum does falter, which is why some of these ETFs land up taking quite a beating. But if you look at the screen that I'm showing over here, there are some names which within the ARK ETFs actually have done quite badly, and I think those are the ones probably to look at. So for example, look at ARKK. There is Teladoc, Square, Roku, some of the names in there, where if you look at the returns for those names, they have been beaten down a lot. So Teladoc, for example, from its high is down to less than half. Now, I'm not here recommending a particular stock, but just showing that there are certain names within the ETFs which are very solid companies, having good earnings, having a good business model, and it's probably time to look at evaluating buying those. When it comes to looking at the ARK ETFs per se, there, of course, across the whole complex, there could be a little bit more pain. It started with the Archegos news as things started to unravel, and then you had the interest rate scare coming up. But as we speak, we have the virus crisis not yet over. There are cases building up in UK, of course, in India and rest of Asia. Also, there is a scare coming back. So there's a good chance that the central banks will keep interest rates pretty low and send a very strong message that it's going to happen in that manner. So my view would be, where I would suggest take it with a pinch of salt, that some of the names, look at where they come into the value territory, which you have missed out on, and start looking at buying those at good levels. But we are not out of the woods in terms of a two-way market. You will have two-way movements. Volatility is going to persist. It's best to have some hedges in place, like the ones we do in the Crystal Founders Fund. But it's something where you don't have to hit any panic sell buttons for sure. But at the same time, I think we are very close to getting into a buy territory within the next few days, especially if you have your hedges kicking in. So net, look at some of the names which are interesting, which are having a good business model, and start delving into those. Thank you.